If you're watching this video, I know you're looking to make money selling products on Amazon from home without any prior experience or showing your face. Well, you're in for a treat because this video is going to be the exact 0 to 10K month blueprint I used to hit 10K month in my own Amazon business in only 45 days a couple years ago when I started. And it doesn't just work for me, it also works for Bola, a mom of two who's making over $5,000 a month profit while working her 9-to-5 job, or Misha, who was able to quit his 9-to-5 working in a restaurant to sell on Amazon full time and spend more time with his family, or Paolo, a busy dad of two who's able to make 6 figures profit per year while still working his 9-to-5. And legit hundreds more. Will pop a whole bunch of results up here on screen. I'm going to go into how to get started, how much capital you need, how to get ungated, how to find winning products, the entire Amazon FBA shipment process, and everything in between. A big part of succeeding selling products on Amazon is actually choosing the right business model, and tons of beginner Amazon sellers get this wrong. A lot of beginners want to start with Amazon wholesale, where you buy name brand products in bulk to flip on Amazon for a profit, or Amazon private label, where you buy products from China to actually create a brand on Amazon. But these business models are just way too complicated and expensive and pretty much impossible for beginners. Amazon wholesale, you're going to have to do a bunch of cold calling and cold emailing to reach out to suppliers that don't even want to sell to Amazon sellers most of the time. And say you do find a supplier that wants to sell to you, you're going to need to place 4-figure orders per product, which is just way too risky and expensive for beginners. Or Amazon private label, where you have to negotiate with Chinese suppliers to find an unbranded product that you aren't even sure is going to sell well on Amazon. And then after several months of waiting for it to get here on the boat from China, you're going to have to do copywriting, create your listing, and then spend a bunch of money on ads. Wholesale and private label just don't make sense for beginners. What makes significantly more sense, guys, is Amazon online arbitrage. Buying discounted name brand products to flip for a profit on Amazon from Kohl's, Walmart, Target, big retail websites like that. And the crazy part is, guys, I don't have to run any ads, create any products, create my own listings, or buy stuff from China. All I do is find discounted name brand products with proven sales history on Amazon that I don't have to buy bulk orders up. I can start with just 5 or 10 units per product. We're nice and diversified because we carry a ton of different listings in our store at one time. And it's just a significantly more beginner-friendly business model. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you guys how to do in this video, step by step. And so I'm sure you're thinking, okay, but how much budget do I actually need to start? So if you wanted to get started with Amazon wholesale or private label, you need minimum 5 to 10K, if not more, for everything that goes into those models. But for online arbitrage, you really only need a budget of like 1 to 2K. Let's break it down step by step for you. So you're going to need an Amazon seller account, which I'm going to show you guys how to open up in a sec. That goes for $40 per month and literally lets you sell to hundreds of millions of prime customers in the US. Most beginners think you need tons of complicated and expensive software. That's not true whatsoever. All you need is Selleramp, which is $20 per month, which is going to tell you how fast a product sells, if you can sell it, and how profitable it is, as well as the Keepa Chrome extension too. We're going to walk through everything you need to know in this video about all those. Keepa is going to show you the price history on a specific product, as well as Boxem, which is our listing, shipping, and analytics tool, which is going to help you list and ship your products to Amazon FBA significantly easier, as well as show you all the analytics so you know how much money you're actually making. So that's it in terms of paid software. You're also going to need several free coupon Chrome extensions like Coupert, Capital One Shopping, and Coupon Birds. Those are completely free, and those are just going to help you find additional deals. And then a lot of people don't know this, but USPS and UPS actually give out tons of free shipping supplies on their website. So literally just type in UPS free shipping supplies and USPS free shipping supplies on Google, and you'll literally see their websites, which have tons of free shipping supplies available for you guys. And then you can get the rest of the stuff on Amazon, which is super easy. Just F and SKU labels, a variety pack of poly mailers, and a variety pack of poly bags as well. And then you can just get boxes from Walmart too. Nice and easy. And by the way, guys, through this entire video, if you have any questions, please let me know down below in the comments. I love helping you guys start and grow your Amazon businesses the right way. And then the rest of your budget, you just need for inventory. Obviously, the more capital, the merrier, but you can get started with 1 to 2K, nice and easy. All right, guys, so now you know how the business model works and how much money you actually need, but now let's talk about the first step, which is going to be creating your Amazon seller account. This is super easy, guys. Don't overthink it. All you need to do is go to sellercentral.amazon.com and literally just hit sign up right here. We can see more than 70% of Amazon sellers generate their first sale in less than 60 days. I want to make sure all you guys watching this video get there significantly quicker. It is going to take a couple days to actually verify your account with Amazon, which is why you want to get started with that today, right now. Most people think you need an LLC to get started with selling on Amazon, but I'm not a lawyer. I don't know your personal situation, but Amazon doesn't formally require an LLC to sell on their platform. So head over to sellercentral.amazon.com and create a professional seller account. A big roadblock for 99% of beginner Amazon sellers that I actually don't think should be a beginner roadblock is going to be the ungating process. So what does ungating and gating actually mean? So as a beginner Amazon seller, Amazon's going to restrict you from selling certain big name brands and categories until you prove that the products you're selling are legit, which means ungating that specific brand or that specific category. Luckily, this is really easy to do using order confirmations and invoices in 2025. Nice and easy. All big websites work: Kohl's, Walmart, Target, any of the brand specific websites. Say you want to ungate Calvin Klein, you just get ungated using the Calvin Klein website. Say you want to do and one, you can just use Walmart. The nice thing is most brands, which you guys are going to see when we do product research, only come from one place, and the big retailer or brand website it comes from can be used to ungate it. And I'm going to give you guys a big list of auto ungate leads so you can get a ton of automatic approvals literally today. The ungating process really isn't something you should be super worried about, guys. Say you want to do the grocery category. All you need to do is go on a big website like Target here, and we can type in like Tazo tea right here, and we can see the results. And then we just go ahead and copy one of these and search Tazo tea. And then we just copy the title here and search Tazo tea, organic, peachy green right here. And then we just find a matching listing on Amazon. Boom, we can see right here. And all we have to do is buy 10 of this item. And then immediately once we buy 10 of this product, as long as it's listed on Amazon, we get an order confirmation email. We can download that as a PDF. Then once we find this product, we just verify that it's also listed on Amazon using the search right there. And then we just want to buy 10 of this item. And then immediately we're going to get that order confirmation email. That's what we're going to download as a PDF and submit off to Amazon as our invoice. Now, what you do need to understand is that getting declined for ungates is completely normal. Typically for most brands, you're going to get declined 10 to 15 times just using that order confirmation email. As you get more purchase information from that product, like the shipping email, delivery email, maybe you get the product in the mail, you can include a picture of it. Just add in all the documents you can from that order, picture the shipping label, the credit card statement into one combined PDF, and keep submitting to Amazon. Getting declines completely normal. Don't worry about the reasoning they give in the email. Just keep submitting and you'll get approved. And we also have this huge list of auto ungate products for you guys as well. I'll leave a link down below in the description. It's completely free right here. Not everything is going to be automatic approval on this list. In fact, if you're completely new, a lot of it isn't going to be automatic approval. But the nice thing is once you have like 1 to 2K on your Amazon account, a ton more stuff becomes automatic approval. And you can literally go here like Stafford, Danner, Athletic Works, Cuddle Duds, plug in some of these brands you see and just make sure you hit request approval and apply to sell. When you actually go on Amazon Seller Central and go to add product and add in these ASINs, just make sure to request approval and apply to sell. And a lot of the stuff is going to be auto ungate. And the more you sell, the more becomes auto ungate as well. This is a completely free resource we put together for you guys. So take a look at that down below at the link in the description and download the auto ungate list. All right, guys, so now we're going to dig into product research, show you what a winning product looks like, how to use Selleramp and Keepa for product research, and then I'm going to dig into actually finding a couple winning products with you guys live using the exact sourcing methods I've used to sell millions and millions of dollars worth of product on Amazon the past couple of years. And at the end, I'm also going to show you guys a bunch of product research tips and tricks a lot of people gatekeep that a lot of people honestly charge money for. I'm going to give you guys completely free, so this is the most important section of the video. Make sure you go through the entire thing. So we're here in our Google Chrome browser. This is where we do product research for Amazon Online Arbitrage, finding discounted name brand products, shipping them in small quantities and eventually big quantities once we're confident to ourselves, and then using Boxum to ship them off to the Amazon FBA warehouse where they handle the rest, all the customer service, fulfillment, shipping, etc. right here. So taking a look at this product right off the bat, we can see this listing has 25 reviews right here. Reviews don't really matter, but obviously the more reviews, the better on a specific item here. But how we tell if a listing's good or not is using the Selleramp Chrome extension right here, guys. So you want to download on your Google Chrome browser Selleramp and Keepa. So taking a look at this item right here, we can see the Selleramp Chrome extension. We can move it around to different parts of our browser here if you want as well. But zooming in right here, we can see the BSR and estimated sales is how we tell how fast this product sells. So you just want to make sure you stay below a 200K BSR right here. We can see it says does not meet our BSR criteria, but that's just because the beauty category is a little bit smaller here. Don't worry about the percent BSR, just worry about the overall BSR. So you want to make sure the BSR is below 200K and the estimated sales is above 30 per month. Occasionally one of those can be off and they can still be good, but I'll walk you guys through how that works in this video. So we can see this hit both criteria with under 200K rank and 50 plus estimated sales per month right here, because the last thing we want to do is buy products that don't actually sell. And then we can see here our max cost here on Selleramp. So if we plug in our max cost right here, that's going to leave $8 profit and a 30% ROI, which is our minimum ROI criteria right here. So we want to make sure that we're doing products with above $3 profit per unit and above a 30% return on investment here. And the crazy thing is, guys, Selleramp takes into account shipping, fees, sales tax, literally the entire process right here. So you don't have to do any mental math, because obviously there's fees to sell on Amazon, there's shipping. It would be super confusing if you had to set all that up on your own. But luckily, Selleramp does all the heavy lifting for you here, guys. And then we can see literally over here on the brand website, we can buy this bundle here for $26.95 right here. And then we can also see that there's a 10% off first order for newsletter subscribers, which is one of the major keys for all-in arbitrage. So if we plug in $26.95 right here, we can see the profit's good, but the ROI isn't quite there. But the cool thing is, guys, I can take off 10% from this just using that newsletter sign-up code right here. So we can see, boom, pop that in. So 26.95, take off 10%. And now this becomes $10 profit and a 42% ROI. And that's not bad whatsoever here, guys. Selleramp shows us if the listing is profitable today, but then the Keepa Chrome extension shows us if the listing is actually profitable over time. So the cool thing about Keepa is it literally shows how a listing's done ever since it was added on Amazon, which in this specific item was about 561 days ago. But when you're a beginner, you're not buying tons of each specific product here. So you can go here and click 3 months and just take a look at the last 3 months of data. When you initially get Keepa, I'd recommend just copying my settings right here. You're probably going to show this third chart as well. I would recommend clicking sub ranks here to take that one out. And then if for whatever reason your bottom Keepa chart isn't showing, you can just go here to graph settings and then hit offer counts and ratings right there to make sure that actually shows right there. So we can see on this specific product here, these two Keepa charts. The bottom Keepa chart is the new offer count, aka the competition, and the top Keepa chart shows the sales rank and the buy box price, which is where we want to be as sellers right here. So this is the buy box right here. So it's where we want to be as sellers. Luckily, it rotates to everyone that's priced competitively and fully checked in. So we can see, I get asked all the time, how much competition is too much competition on a specific product? And truth be told, it's all about the trend. We can see the new offer count, aka the competition, is totally shooting down. The price is totally going up on this product. It's been good for a little while right here. That's not bad whatsoever. So the bottom chart, we want to make sure the competition's either stable and shows movement or going down and nicely flowing here. And we just want to make sure the price hasn't recently shot up or isn't starting to shoot down, aka what's called price tanking right here. So this is a nice example of winning product here, guys. Now, I don't think it makes sense to buy products you see in a YouTube video here, but I want to equip you guys to find lots of winning products on your own. And most beginner Amazon sellers have that totally wrong. They think that they need to use complicated and expensive software or just like some automated tools. None of those work. They think they need to hire virtual assistants or actually pay for all-in arbitrage leads to start. Don't do that. And definitely don't do manual sourcing where you go to random websites and look through their clearance sections. Instead, what makes significantly more sense is using the storefront stalking method where you look inside the storefronts of other sellers to see all their fastest selling winning products. And the way we do that, guys, is we just scroll down here on Selleramp and take a look at the other sellers that are actually carrying this product. And then we just want to go ahead and open up sellers that we can see have like 25 plus reviews that we know are making money here because they have a bunch of reviews. Now, the nice thing is forgetting buy box reviews don't really matter at all, but it is a great metric. Really, the only time to use this as a metric is to find sellers to storefront stock here. So for example, let's open up all the sellers that have 25 plus reviews here or so and see 3, 2, some newer folks right there. Yeah, this person's probably, really, really big seller. They got tons of stuff right there. We can see, 500 reviews right there as well. 21 we can take a look at as well, right? We can see 8 right there. So now taking a look here, we can see inside these seller storefronts, all the brands they carry, all the categories they carry, as well as all their fastest selling winning products show up at the front of their storefront here for the most part. So we can see here 118K rank. Let's take a look at that here, right? 400K sales rank. I don't like that. 83K sales rank here. Problem is Amazon's on this product. Wouldn't recommend competing with Amazon when you're a beginner. 32K rank. We can take a look at that right here, right? And we can see, let's see, Amazon on that. 2K right here as well. And the nice thing is now we can just open up all these listings we know people are making money on, and we can dig in to see if we can find any money on these guys too, find a couple winning products. And remember, guys, once we find a couple winning products, I'm going to walk you guys through those tips as well too that a ton of people gatekeep that'll make a huge difference in your product research. So we can see, found a bunch of items we know sell quick from that seller here. Let's take a look. 82K rank right here. Let's see, 220. We'd still take a look at that though, even though it's a little bit higher of a sales rank. 300, that's too slow here. Amazon's on that guy. Let's see, yeah, 16, yeah, 22 offers right there, right? We can see Amazon's on a couple of these guys as well. Let's open up the ones Amazon's not on. Yeah, 3K a month right there. We can take a look at that as well. Let's see, 18 bucks right there. And that's the name of the game, is literally all of these listings. We know these sellers most likely have a pretty similar business model to us because they came to it from that similar listing. Like, we literally found them from that listing right there. And now we have all these listings up that we know folks are making money on here. Let's open them up so we can see when we have that red IP alert on Selleramp. Victoria's Secret is known to have IP complaint issues. We want to avoid those right here. But these guys here, we can see this is a good stable Keepa chart, guys. It's nice and stable right here. Looks like there were some Keepa glitches right here. I wouldn't really worry about that. But we can see nice and stable right here. And then all we need to do, guys, is search for product title on Google to see where this is actually carried here. So let's see, Redcon 1. They're running ads here. That's a good sign. Let's see. So let's see here, 29 here. So 29.99. Let's see. Total, let's see how many ounces. Yeah, 13.69 ounces. It's literally the name of the game here. 13.69. Extreme pre-workout right here. You always want to make sure it's the right thing here, but 29.99 here. We can see that's honestly probably close enough when you're a beginner, especially if this is an auto ungate product. $7 profit, 24% ROI right here. But I want to see if there's any sort of coupon here. Let's see, anything pop up. Okay, we can plug in our email, but there's no deal. Let's see, Capital One Shopping or any of these guys here. Welcome 20, maybe that gives 20% off, right? These are those free extensions I was talking about right there. Okay, not seeing those guys here. Sometimes you can like add to cart or spend a little time on the website, or just ask customer service if they have any sort of deal. Honestly, if I were a complete beginner, this would totally work here though. Let's see, yeah, 54.49 right there, right? Even though it's a little bit lower ROI, it's nice and stable. You're not going to lose money on a product like this. I mean, see, that's not bad whatsoever. Let's find some more stuff here. Let's see, yeah, Victoria's Secret, boom, red, known to have IP issues. So I don't like those guys here. Let's see. So this is a product that has different colors and sizes. So what I need to do on this product is figure out, okay, which colors and sizes sell best. But there's no guessing required with this stuff, guys. What I just need to do is scroll down here on Keepa and hit variations to find the best variations on this product here, guys. And what you want to do is take a sec to organize your variation column similar to mine. And now we can see, okay, which variations have good offer count movement here, which we can see, right? It's a little blocky. I want to see people selling out, people restocking on the seller count here, right? But we can see, yeah, 80, this could work here, right? So let's take a look at these guys. Yeah, buy box and at 80 right here. See, boom, yeah, nice and stable, right? So now we need to go ahead and plug this in on Google here, and we can see, yeah, 60 right here, QVC special offer right here. Interesting. Okay, 20% off beauty here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see, HSN, 10 off 20 plus here. So let's see, Tommy Copper, shoulder support bra. Let's see, zip up here. Yeah, zip up right there. Okay, this is looking very promising here. Yeah, 15% off right here. So, for example, this is, yeah, 50 right here. So $49.99 right here, $49.99, pretty close. You always need to, zoom in, make sure it's the right thing here, but this isn't really that big a brand. I doubt they have a ton of SKUs. And we can see there, yeah, 15% off this order. So make sure to go ahead and plug in and see if that 15% code works. And we can see this gets even better here, $19 profit and a 44% ROI. And that's the name of the game right here. So we can see using these different coupons and digging around, see if there's any deals to go ahead and take a look at, make things significantly better. And I can go over to cardbear.com and see if there's any discounted gift cards here too. That's a really, really good tip. Discounted gift cards, just buying a $100 gift card for 90 bucks, saving 10%, boosting up our margins, buying the gift card, and then we literally just get the gift card numbers we can check out on the website. It's another really good tip right there. So we can see no discounted gift cards for those guys here. But let's keep moving. So we can see not bad whatsoever here, guys. When we're in the game, we're going to find winning products here. So let's see. So these are 30, really too blocky there, though. I don't like those guys here. Check these guys out at 25 here. So let's see. Yeah, 26, right? So 26 here. Yeah, look at that. Competition's going down. Price is going up right there. Plugging this in on Google here. We can see, yeah, 49, 14.90 here. Let's see, is there any sort of coupon or anything here? Let's see, always scroll to the bottom here. Okay, join our membership and save 20 bucks. Okay, how does this work here? Let's see. Oh, 10 off 75. So here we go. Yeah, download the Uniqlo app right here. So let's see. So 10 off 75 plus, right? So let's see. So what does that need to be here? Because you could say this is a 10 unit ungate, do multiple orders here, right? So for example, 14.90 here. Let's see. So times 6 minus 10, right? Because it's 10 off 75. Then we can divide that thing by 6 right here. And we'd see $4 profit, 32% ROI. That's the name of the game right there. That's all we need to do for Amazon Online Arbitrage product research. And now you guys have seen a couple examples of winning products. Literally go and storefront stock from here and find other products too. Just scrolling down on Selleramp, seeing the names of the sellers, opening up the ones with 25 plus reviews, and then Googling the products with under a 200K rank. So now you guys have seen what it looks like to find some winning products fast, but where 99% of beginner Amazon sellers go wrong is they think that most products are just going to be profitable at the advertised price you see on the retailer. That's almost never the case. What you actually need to do is make winning products. So you don't really find winning products. You find stuff that sells quick, and then you use these different discounts to create winning products. And the way we do that, guys, is literally for each website, just going through this checklist of, okay, does it have this discount? Does it have this discount? Because most websites have one or two tips and tricks that create the margin, and that's the name of the game here. So you want to make sure you have all the free cashback and coupon extensions like Capital and Shopping, Be Frugal, Retail Me Not, and Coupon Birds. There's a couple others too. You'll figure out which ones you like best when you're in the game. They're all free, nice and easy, as well as taking advantage of different evergreen email, account, and text sign-up codes. If you want to see an example of that, just go to Dick's Sporting Goods, scroll to the bottom. You'll see there's a $20 off 100 coupon. That's an example of that. You can use unlimited sign-up codes just using a catch-all email, as well as using Text Now and Google Voice for phone number sign-up coupons. Digging around for coupons on Google, asking customer service, or just being in the Amazon community and networking with other Amazon sellers. Discounted gift cards from Cardbear and Top Cashback are really big too, as well as always making sure you're checking out through an account on these different retailers to make sure you get any rewards. Kohl's Cash is a great example of that. You can also get a resource certificate using your state's website to avoid sales tax on sites like Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's that accept those. Getting on a listing quick merchant fulfilled. So we typically talk about Amazon FBA, but even at the same time on the same account, you can sell products merchant filled where you ship the product directly to the customer once you receive it to get it to them quicker, especially during Q4, the best time of the year, which is coming fast. Holiday sales. So we got October Prime Day, Labor Day, early Black Friday coming up in the next 3-4 months here. Tons of good opportunity with that. Halloween as well. We want to be prepared. Stacking these opportunities together whenever there's a sale going on, combining with the discounted gift card or redeeming rewards, especially too. Keeping products well organized in Selleramp Google Sheets. That's super easy to set up on Selleramp.com. All the time I see beginner Amazon sellers find listings that are good but are out of stock, or that are close to being good but they're not quite there, and they just keep scrolling. No. Add those to Selleramp Google Sheets. It can make your life significantly easier, as well as smart repricing. So pricing above the buy box when you can see it. That's why Keepa is so important. Don't just look at where the buy box is going today. Look at where it's going over time, and then using a tax-free prep percentage to actually delegate your prep work down the line and shipping to a sales tax-free state like Delaware and New Hampshire. That's what a lot of my students do. They're scaling up. I help them get set up like that, which is another really good tip. So remember, guys, you don't find items good, you make items good using these different tips right here. And a lot of people save that for their paid course, so I got y'all for free. If any of these don't make sense, just let me know down below in the comments. All right, guys, so now you know how to create your seller account, how to get ungated, and how to find your first couple winning products. But a ton of beginner Amazon sellers really confuse themselves with the Amazon FBA shipment process. So right now, we're going to jump inside my Boxem account and show you guys how to actually do the entire shipment process. Once you actually get a couple test orders to different products, you typically just want to buy 5 to 10 of products when you're new. You ship them to yourself, and then you ship them to the Amazon FBA warehouse, creating the shipment using Boxem right here. Here inside my Boxem account, when you initially get Boxem, it's $50 a month. You can try 2 weeks completely free on our website, boxem.com. It's going to take a couple hours to actually sync to your account. But now the first step to actually create your first Amazon FBA shipment is just going to inventory and then list FBA right here. And now we have to actually add this product to our account. So the first step, once you're actually within your Boxem account, is just going to inventory and then hitting list FBA. So we can go ahead and plug in this ASIN right here and just search Amazon's catalog. We need to add this to our Amazon account. And the cool part is we don't have to add any photos or anything like that. We already have that listing we saw. We're just going ahead and telling Amazon, okay, I want to sell this product. Then it's going to add to our inventory, and then we can go ahead and create the shipment right here. You can do multiple products per batch, even multiple products per box right here. Don't overthink the shipment process here, guys. We just go ahead and hit new SKU right here. Then we just want to hit our list price. Don't really worry about that for now. Just put whatever it puts here. We can add in our supplier cost. Say we paid $14.25. We can add in our supplier for this product too as well. Date purchased, and then condition new. You can do used products if you want to. SKU, it just adds it automatically there based on your supplier and buy cost. And then the expiration date, we would only do that if it was relevant for this specific product. Then we just go ahead and hit add listing right here. Now we just want to go ahead to submit FBA listings right here. And then it's going to take like 15 to 30 minutes for this to actually go into our account. So I'll check in with you guys in a sec once this loads. Now we just need to name our shipment. So we'll call it 0 to 10K a month right here, right? This is all private, obviously fulfillment type FBA. You can can list FBM within Boxum too. Boxum's for listing for both FBA and FBM, and then FBA shipments, and then analytics for your business. You can't buy shipping for FBM orders through Boxum though. Ship from origin, this is you. This is not the UPS address you're dropping off at. Right here, you can literally do the entire thing within Boxum. There's no seller central needed. Shipping method SPD. Then I like doing 2D barcodes as well right here too. Then buy cost input, supplier inputs, so we can get those custom SKUs as well. Just go to create shipment right here. And now we want to choose the product or products. We can do multiple products for batch, multiple products for box right here. So we'll just copy and paste that ACE, and then we'll just go to new in stock right here. Now we just want to go ahead and list above the buy box here, above the lowest price, significantly above when we actually send in our FBA shipments. And then once it fully checks in, then we want to move it down to price competitive. And when you're listing merchant fulfilled products, you just want to match the buy box right off the bat. So we can see, say we go ahead and do 20 units right here. Supplier already got that in. Date purchased right here as well, right? Then we go ahead here, expiration date, not needed. Prep category, Amazon Friday, prep owner, label owner, seller right there. Add to shipment right here, and then literally we're good to go. We can see the specific profit on this shipment right here as well. We could add in more products if we wanted to. And then when you're restocking products, you literally just go to the create shipment tab. You can skip the listing part and you just put in the ASIN again right there on reorders and restock orders. And once you want to go ahead and continue right here and submit products and move on to step 2. Step 2, prep and box them. This is where we actually tell Amazon how many boxes and what goes in each box, as well as printing out all the labels right here as well. So we'll just go ahead and hit create a duplicate box. We'll do 2 per 10 per box right here. Then we just want to go ahead and hit select all boxes. I like moving from right to left on this tab right here. And then we want to go to print F and SKU labels right here and print out the little SKU labels. These are just for FBA. You don't need them for FBM. So printing out the SKU labels for FBA, this is what goes over the barcode or the poly bag, depending on if that specific product requires a poly bag right there. Amazon nicely tells you pretty much the only things that don't need a poly bag are like stuff in boxes right here. So we can see those guys, and then we can go to print. We could do that right there as well. Printer settings, Boxum connects right to your printer as well. Or you can do 30 up labels if you're using an old school printer like I did when I got started. And then other labels too. If you want to do these, you can do like sold as a set right here, right? Suffocation warnings, fragile warnings, or custom ones too. So like sub to Boxum. Right there's pretty cool as well. So we got those 7 SKUs right there. And then we just want to go to, for the most part, split across boxes. You always want to use as few boxes as you can just to maximize the efficacy and just the space within them to save money. Less boxes tend to be less money right here. Now we just go ahead to continue, submit pack groups. Let's finish up this shipment. Confirming shipments right here. So pretty much just always buy whatever shipment is cheapest right here. This was 2 boxes that are 80 pounds, which makes sense that it's only $44 right? That's actually a pretty cheap per pound shipping rate right here. We can see we can ship to Georgia, Elephant, PA, whatever the heck that is, and then Las Lumas, New Mexico. Always just choose the cheapest option right here. And the nice thing is now we can just get the shipping label right here. So just go to continue, confirm placement option, accept shipping charges. Let's print out those labels. All right, guys, so now we have a shipment ready to roll. So all we need to do is hit print UPS and FBA box labels right here. Then we can go ahead and actually send out our shipment right here. That's all you need to do. So this just goes on the side of the boxes. There's nothing required of you in Seller Central. That's the entire Amazon FBA shipment process through Boxum. And then if you ever need to reprint the labels, you can do that right here. Print box label, print F and SKU label. If you need to cancel the shipments, you're good to go right there. And we can see literally entire shipment process, good to go right there. So now you guys know the entire 0 to 10K Amazon FBA blueprint for 2025. If you want personalized one-on-one mentorship directly from me, the holiday season's coming. Now's the perfect time to go down below to the link in the description to apply for my coaching program. We'll pop a whole bunch of student results up here on screen. I have by far the best student results in the entire industry. I've been doing this for years now. We can see all the student interviews on my channel. All those are from my mentorship program. I'm super serious about who I take into that. So it is by application and screening call only. You'll talk to my student success manager, Aaron, who's actually a former successful student who did over 7 figures his first year. I'll literally give you my personal phone number. We're going to get together one-on-one on Zoom live together to source products. We have 3 group coaching calls a week. You'll be around other Amazon sellers crushing the game. I'll plug you in on all my favorite coupons, tips, tricks, and strategies. With the holiday season coming, now's the time to get started selling and profitable, and there's no better place to do that than my Amazon FBA coaching program. So if you're interested in seeing more information on that, check the link down below at the link in the description. Put in your information, answer the qualifying questions, and apply. You can talk to Aaron, see if it makes sense. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.